Hey there, welcome. You are at the Thrifty Journal Shop. My name is Amber. If you are new to my channel, hi, I am so happy you stopped by today. So I'm excited, guys. I have just completed 5 new journals. I took a little time off to really kind of reevaluate. I don't know if that's the word. I've just been doing tons of creating in my own journals. I've been making trashy journals, and I've really just been exploring the way that I want to continue to make journals for all of you, or, if I'm going to put journals in my Etsy shop or on the maker's market, or however I'm going to do that. For me, when I make a journal, I really like to make journals the way that I like to journal, because I feel like then they're authentic. I like to art journal a lot. I like to use my trash journal. I like blank journals a lot for myself. It's an open canvas, it's an open paper to create. So that's what I did for these. I did these a little bit different, but then not really. So I have 5. I'm going to flip through all 5 of them. So I love the way that these journals turned out. These were a lot of fun, and these are just my style of journals. I will go through this one first. This is the largest one that I have, and they all have this fabric. So I had shared this fabric that I got thrifting, probably last spring, and I absolutely love this fabric. To me, it's like Holly Hobby-ish maybe, but I love it because if you look at like her bonnet and her boots and her shoes, it looks like someone just took a marker and shaded it in. To me, it looks handmade, kind of raw and edgy, and I just love it. So I had this fabric and I wanted to use parts of it. I didn't want to make whole fabric journals because then I would have wasted some of the fabric. I made 5, and I still have enough fabric to probably make 4 more. They're all made with paper sacks. I covered the covers with paint. They're all just a little bit different in size. I use different fabrics on the spines. Some of them have 2 signatures, some of them have 1. Okay, so this is the largest one that I have. All right, so before I flip through all of them, I'm just going to kind of show you. So these 2 actually have similar traits. I did use both of the same pieces of fabric on these. They both have the same color fabric on the spine, but this journal is larger than this one. These both do have 2 signatures, so I'll make sure that I leave those details either in the description or in Etsy. They'll have the dimensions. Then I have these 2, and these 2 are very similar. This one has the little girl with the cat, and then this one has just a little girl, but the same color spines. So 3 of them have 2 signatures and 2 of them have 1 signature, but they almost all have the same amount of papers. So then there's this one. This one's a little wider, and this is the girl with the 2 cats, but I will do details with all of them. Okay, let's flip through this one first. This is the largest one that I have. I just went through the paper bag and I marked it up. I used my little sponge dabber, circle dabber, put some paint, and then I used some wallpaper here. So these are very eclectic. There's a lot of different colors. They're kind of mixy matchy. These guys are the way that I love to make journals and how I like my journals when I journal. I did these a little bit differently. I didn't embellish them a lot, which I usually don't embellish a lot, but sometimes I'll put more pockets. I might put more fabric. I might put playing cards, places, or Monopoly money. I didn't do that. But with all of these, you're going to get this really cool goodie pack, and I will go through one of them because they are all pretty similar. So this journal is actually 11 inches by 8 inches. Okay, it has 2 signatures, and it's got 64 pages, like front and back. I sort of did the same thing for all of these. They are all going to have front and back pockets. I lined this one with this really pretty rose scrapbook paper. And then in these pockets, I'm just giving you like some of the cutoffs of the paper. I made some pockets here from some scrapbook paper. So these are just the cutoffs. In all of these, you're going to have a sheet of this really pretty wrapping paper. If it doesn't fit in the pocket, it will be in the goodie bag. So it will be somewhere with the journals. Then in the back here is part of the wallpaper that I use for the front cover. All of these are going to have a vintage envelope. Some of these I had to cut down and to fit the journal, and then I just sewed the envelope there. That's the back of this one. And all of these are going to have one of these papers. These are from the Dollar Tree. So a lot of times I love envelopes in my own journals. And when I make journals a lot, I will sew this, like I'll sew it here. So then you have a flap and a tuck. I didn't do that in these journals. I just gave you the envelope. So if you want to place it somewhere in here, you can always glue it down. You can put it wherever you want, or you can use it in something completely different. So in these, I'm just going to, for this one, I will tell you sort of all of the pages because they're all going to have similar pages in here. You'll have some sort of children's book page. This was from the Dollar Tree, I believe. I put some form of cake book or cookbook page. I think I put a lot from a cake decorating book. I put some of my paper that I food color sprayed. I will link videos where I did these down below if you're interested in seeing how I did some of the process. You'll have a painty paper page. This one, I did put some double-sided scrapbook paper. They will all have a really thick, pretty page from an atlas. They will all have one of these garden papers. I love these thick garden papers. This one does have some wallpaper in it, this really pretty wallpaper. They will all have a piece of this exact stationery. This is from the Dollar Tree. I did put some fabric scraps in here. I used a lot of the trims that I got from Sweet Carrie over at the Paper Monkey. If you don't know Carrie, I will link her channel down below. She's a sweetheart. She's got beautiful ideas, and I love watching her, and she was so sweet. And Carrie, I love these Ruffles. I've been hoarding a lot myself, but I've been sharing them. This is the back of that garden paper. Just love the bird. So you're going to have lots of color in here, lots of places for you to create, add glue. Here's more of that cake decorating. There's the Dollar Tree bird page. Now we're on to the second signature. Here is another page of paper that I sprayed with color, with food coloring, added some of that pretty ruffle. Here is another garden page. I love this garden book. It's a beautiful book. It just has these really pretty images, thick paper. Now here is some of my handmade paper I made using tissue paper. I've got a video on that. I'll link it where I just sprayed it and then I ironed it. Here's some coffee sprayed, like a vintage book page. All of these will have this thick paper here. This is from the Dollar Tree. Another piece of stationery. This is an offcut from some of the pages that I use for the inside covers. And then just the back of a lot of these papers. You could always cut this off if you wanted to. I just folded it in. And so that is this journal. Okay. It's nice and squishy, guys. I doubled up the paper sack and then I sewed all around it. For the spine, I did the spine a little bit different. I used masking tape around the spine and then covered it with fabric. And I really like how that turned out. But these are wonky. This is a paper sack. You're going to have like the crinkly effect. I love it. To me, this is a junk art journal. And this is the way I just love to create my journals. Yeah, I love these. I love how they turned out. Okay, so they're all going to come with this goodie bag. I will go through one because it's all sort of similar. So they're all going to have this little kind of Valentine-ish little goodie bag. These are so cute. I got these at the Dollar General with the little cats and stuff. And then in here, I included There's some heart stickers in there like that. You'll have different colors. And then this was just something cute, like these little Valentines I got at the Dollar General too, with some stickers. So I included one of those. I included a lot of things that I do like to use in my journals sometimes, either when I make them or when I use them for myself. Here is a napkin. These napkins were adorable. So you'll get one of these napkins, and they've got the little dogs on here that you could cut out and add, and cats, little bulldog. I included a bear. You'll all get like a stamped bear. I am in love with my stamps. I'll be doing some more videos, and I will link that video too where I made the bear stamps. You're going to get a star. You're going to get a handmade journaling card of some sort. There'll be a piece of Monopoly money. I have got a plain card of some sort. They're all different. I included some playing cards. Now, a lot of times, guys, I will, add these to the journal, and I like to sew here and then give you a place to tuck. And I love using these too, because a lot of times I'll tuck something in, or I might write on these, or I might use these as like a spot for like ephemera sticking out. So you'll get a trivia pursuit card, and then an animal of some sort in another card. I've included a heart-shaped pink doily in all of these. And then I gave you a variety of sheets of the really cool Dollar Tree paper. I love these. So you could make your own journaling cards or tags. Now, I didn't cut the bear fully out, but you could always, just make your own tags and cards using your own ephemera, just ideas. So there's some sheets of this pretty paper. There is some sort of big tag from the Dollar Tree. And you will all have like a bingo card and then a flash card. Obviously, these are going to be different colors or varieties, but that is what will come in this kit. So I'm giving you a journal, and then just like in a fun ephemera kit to add to the journal, add to your other journals. See how popular these are? And I think this is probably how I'm going to make my journals from now on. Sometimes I just like a completely blank journal with some painted papers, and then I just kind of create as I go. So just a fun packet of all different eclectic stuff. That's what I love about junk journaling, art journaling, glue booking. None of it has to make sense, right? It doesn't have to be a theme. These are my favorite styles of journals, like no theme, colorful, playful, childlike, whimsical. Okay, so that's the first one. All right, we'll do the second one. Here's this goodie pack with this one. This one is just like the last one, but this one is smaller. So this one is actually 9.5 inches. The other one was 11, and it's about 7 3/4 this way. And that's what this looks like. So I tried to use some of the colors that were in the spine, but I also wanted to be able to see the paper sack in the back because I like that. Here's some of that pretty wallpaper. This one has some purple in it that I sewed it around. Then more of this fabric. I believe I got this in Happy Mail. This one has 2 signatures. There is a total of 56 pages front and back in here. Okay, so for this pocket, I used this double-sided scrapbook paper. So this is the extra, some of the extras. So on this side, I used this, and then for the pocket, I just flipped it over. This is some of the scrap of the wallpaper from here. Here's that stationery that you'll have. So that is going to be in the front pocket. Just be careful with some of these pockets because they are sewn on, but some of this paper and some of the other ones is a little bit lighter weight. So just be aware of that. Here is that really pretty piece of, got lots of strings, the wrapping paper and that vintage envelope. Here is the children's book page, that stationery. So lots of colors, guys. I love all the color in here. This garden paper is really pretty. There's that spray paper, coffee dyed. Here's some fabric. This is actually Dollar Tree fabric. This, I love this. This was something I found thrifted. I just love it. It's got the paisleys and it's got like sparkle glitter in it. Some of Carrie's Ruffle. Stationery, peacock. Now we're on the second signature, the garden paper. So you'll see a lot of the same papers. I put a craft paper in here, some of that handmade paper, this nice thick paper. You could write, and a lot of nice writing space. Painty paper, the cake paper, stationery. Love this trim. This is a vintage sheet that I have. A lot of times I use that as my backdrop when I film. Lots of color, lots of space for you to create. And that's the back. So that is the back of the journal. And that is the front. I love it. See how their boots are colored and the flowers. Okay. All right. And this is the other one that I have. I love this cover. So she's got the two little cats, more wallpaper. And this is the goodie bag. Then I use this color fabric for the spine. You've got some more like oranges and blues. You can see more of the paper sack here. 2 signatures. This is the goodie bag. This one is about a 9 1/4, about 7 3/4. This has 2 signatures. This one does have 64 pages, front and backs. I'd use this scrapbook paper for the inside, and then this is some Dollar Tree paper for the pocket. Here's that sheet of stationery, the vintage envelope. This is the pocket that's a little bit lighter weight here, just so you're aware of that. And then this is the back. Here's that piece of vintage wrapping paper, and then this is offcut of this wallpaper. So they lay nicely. Here's the cake paper, some of that same fabric I used on the spine, some of the offcut, that thick paper. Love how this painty paper turned out. I think I used some drywall tape for that. Stationery. Cake paper. So you've got lots of room to fill these up. Here's some of that beautiful ruffle from Carrie. Now we're on the second signature. I just love this book. The peacocks. Here's some craft paper that I sprayed. More cookbook paper. Thought that was really pretty with the cantaloupe. The handmade paper. Coffee dyed. Garden paper. This one has some plain music paper. Some fabric up here. Garden paper. And then more of that handmade paper. I did sew around this just to secure it even more, even after I ironed it. This is more cake paper, some more pretty trims. Love this. This is out of a Southern Living cookbook, a different Southern Living cookbook, but I love it because you could almost color this in. And that's the back. So that is this one with the little girl with the 2 cats with that colored spine. Okay, the last 2 that I have are almost the same size. That's what I love about my journals, especially when you make them from paper sacks. Like, they never really turn out the same size, which I love. So these are both 1 signature. This one is the girl with the cat. So this is about 9 1/2 by about 6 3/4. And I put this fabric on here. I love how this turned out. I used a lot of like the blue. I put some white and some orange. This is the goodie bag that will come with it. This, for the cover here, I sewed the girl on some of the sheets from the Dollar Tree. So you got like some sparkly green. I added some rickrack here with some lacy trim. I forgot to add right here on this one I added some lace down here, and I did the same thing for this one with the 2 girls here. I added that lace And for the big one here, I added some rickrack. So they all have something extra on them. Okay, so this is the cover. Okay, so this one has one signature, and there are 56 pages total front and back. So most of these, even if they have 1 to 2 signatures, they still have the same amount of papers in them. So this one, I lined it with this purple scrapbook paper, and this is the Dollar Tree paper that's a little lightweight. Just be careful tucking stuff in and out of these pockets. Here is the vintage stationery envelope. Here's that wallpaper, or sorry, here's the wrapping paper. Then the back, here's more of the offcuts, and then here's just a couple extra sheets of Dollar Tree paper. Same kind of papers in here. Garden paper, the offcut. And now this one, I sort of made a pocket here of the handmade paper. I love this. This is like dress pattern paper that I stained. I love how that turned out. The texture is just so cool. The atlas. This is some of that sprayed food coloring, painty paper. I added some different fabric scraps, the coffee sprayed paper. And then these two, I think this one and the other one, I added a page from Sesame Street. Stationery, cake paper, music paper, stationery. It's more of the cake paper. Sesame Street. I love this fabric here. So pretty. Looks like sherbet. Painty paper. Atlas. I just feel like the atlas adds to it with all the color. Garden paper. Carrie's ruffle. Another little pocket. And then that's the back of that one. And that's the back. So this is the single signature with the sweet girl with the cat. See how like the cat looks like it's colored in? I love it. I just love this fabric. Okay, and then the last one I have here is this sweet little girl. And I just backed it up on some more Dollar Tree paper. Then that's the back here. I used more of the blue and orange. Then I did add some of that really pretty ruffled fabric there. So this one is almost the same size. It is 9.5, but it's about only 6.5 this way. So it's a little thinner. This one does have 56 pages too, front and back. I lined it with this scrapbook paper. And then this is some Dollar Tree paper for the pocket. Here's just some offcuts. This is the goodie bag. Here's some of that wrapping paper in the vintage envelope. Same scrapbook paper there. Same kind of papers. I just folded these in. So if you wanted to, you could cut it off there. Oh, these might be some of my favorite journals that I've made. I love them. Oh, I love this book, the Sesame Street book. Sesame Street was just like my jam when I was a kid. I love Sesame Street. Painty paper. I thought that looked really pretty next to that one. Then you've got some white here that you can have fun with. The sprayed paper, cake paper, stationery. Love that. So pretty next to that page. So you've got so much room in here, guys, to create. There's more of that trim. Coffee dyed. Got writing space if you want. Some blank space. That stationery or that scrapbook paper. And then there's that garden paper. So many pretty colors. So this is the other single signature. Just love it. You know, it's kind of wonky. I love the paper bag feel and the squishiness. It's just so much fun. Okay, real quick. So I had showed these two fabric journals a while back. This one I believe is spoken for, but I'm going to have this one available, and I plan on having these in February also. I might make some more of these. These are just pretty time consuming with piecing all the fabrics together and everything, but I'm excited. I'm going to have two more collections. I'm going to have a Care Bear collection. If you didn't see my other Care Bear journals, I had 3 art style journals. They all sold, but I'm going to be making at least 3 or 4 more hand painted ones using some other Care Bears. They're going to be a little bit smaller, and they're probably going to be more like this style, you know, just giving you the papers and maybe the goodie pack. Then I'm going to have some hard covered ones. I found some Care Bear ephemera I'm so excited about. Then I've got another plan for another. I'm going to have some strawberry shortcake ones in the 80s stuff. I'm so excited for those too. And also, I've got some unfinished journals here that I need to get going. And I'm probably going to have some more glue books. And these are going to be like straight up glue books, just pages, no fabrics, no pockets. They're just going to be the cover and the pages. Okay, guys, so one last time, I'm going to have this one with the little girl with the cat's single signature. This sweet one with the single signature. The largest journal that I'm going to have with these 2 sweethearts with that color spine. Same piece of fabric, but just smaller, shorter. These are 2 signatures. And then this last one with the kitty cats. And this is going to have 2 signatures also. So I'll have all of these listed. This is Friday. I'm going to list them all on Sunday. And I am going to put these in my Etsy shop. I will have detailed pictures so you can kind of pick them out. If you are interested in any of these before that, this is going to be Sunday that I'm going to list them at 12 o'clock. If you are interested in them, I can do PayPal. Please email me or message me on Etsy, and I will give you the details in that, and we can do PayPal. And then whatever doesn't sell through PayPal, I will list in Etsy on Sunday, this Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I think my goal for the long run is to sort of weed out of Etsy and either have my own website at some point, put all my stuff at the Maker's Market, maybe do a little bit of PayPal. Etsy's fees are crazy, guys, and I just can't offer free shipping. I would like to offer free shipping, where PayPal, I don't have to, I can kind of configure I'm not going to have all those fees, and I can configure the shipping into it. I just can't do that with Etsy. It's just gotten kind of crazy. Anyways, I hope that all of these journals gave you some inspiration, and I hope you enjoyed this flip through. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below. Guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe so you know what's coming next. And I hope you find some beauty today. The sun is out here in Michigan. Yay. And I hope you find some creative time for yourself. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you real soon. Thanks for watching.